Cardinals is that traditionally they seem to have good third basemen. Marky Billson, your Tri-City Sports Now. And, I mean, hey, Terry Pendleton used to play, right? You know, that sort of thing. Anyway, 32nd round pick of the Cardinals this year. Name is Chandler Redmond. And his grandfather was in attendance. Saw him at a 3-run dinger to defeat the Bristol Pirates. Cardinals are now 15-12 in the Appalachian League. Pirates, who have been really, really streaky, and now they're 12-16. They were at a winning record just last week, and now just have been stinky. Now, the worst team so far in the Appalachian League this year is Greenville, and they fell to West leading Elizabethton by a 13-1 score yesterday. So, not that surprising that Elizabethton, as always, like I said, the Twins weight their franchise so that they have the stronger players in the Appalachian League. It's probably the 100th time I've told you this, and I'm the only guy that tells you this. Now, the thing about Redmond that should be stated, and I mentioned that the Cardinals have good third basemen. Nolan Gorman last year, you know. Anyway, 289 is what he's hitting this year with 6 home runs after that 3-run shot that defeated the Bristol Buccos 7-6 last night. He hails from Middletown, Maryland, 22 years old, and this home run had helped him break out of a 1-for-18 slump. What do you think about that? He's still hitting 289. So, there you go. Cardinals a game and a half back of the Twins in the Western Division. So that's the Appalachian League roundup. Want to tell you a little bit about the injured players in the major leagues could make an impact. This is Fred Zinke. He had this, and I keep talking about this. Do you realize the Cleveland Indians have had the best record in the American League since June 1? Which is one of the reasons they're quasi have gotten back into the race with the Minnesota Twins. And are contending for the wild card. However, there's also this, they should trade Trevor Bauer. And he keeps showing up in these trade rumors and all that. And I'm trying for the life of me to figure out why. And I can tell you that about 10 years ago, the Indians, they had, if memory serves, they traded away Cliff Lee and C.C. Sabathia. Had they not, they probably would have contended for a championship. And I think I got that right. They traded away 2 big starters. And had they not, they probably would have contended for a championship. They were struggling, but then the starters were doing very well, and they were traded away, and they helped their teams win pennants. And if they had been pitching like that for the Indians, and you figured out, if they had won instead of their replacements, the Indians would have been in the race and probably would have made the playoffs. So you'd think that they'd learn from their mistakes, but maybe they're hoping that Corey Kluber can come back. Now, Kluber hasn't been all that good. In fact, did you see this with Shane Bieber, the All-Star Game MVP? Even Mike Clevenger yesterday striking out 13. But 33 years old is Kluber. And up until last year, previous 5 years, had a whip of 1.02. So, not that long in the tooth of the major leagues at 33, and he's pitched pretty well. And, if he's healthy, now is that enough for the Indians to trade away Bauer? That's the question. Rich Hill, author of the 5-inning start. There's a guy, and if he comes back for the Dodgers, boy, Dodgers already, we're right now where I think one of the reasons why baseball is just sort of like, look at all the empty seats, is because we kind of know, or at least we want, Yankees-Dodgers. Those are the 2 best teams. Maybe the Astros will have something to say about it, possibly the Twins. But National League, we're Braves fans around here unless we like the Reds, but they're not quite, it's still a year away from being Dodgers level. That's probably what the championship series will be, and the Dodgers will probably win it. We'll probably talk about it and get all excited and research the game and all this. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't. You play the games, got to have a chance, right? Fine, somewhat exciting. But really, Braves will win the World Series this year. that's not the bet you want to make. You're going to do either Yankees or Dodgers. And it hasn't been Yankees and Dodgers in the Fall Classic since 81. Some will tell you it hasn't been since 56, but yes, that's baseball, isn't it? Anyway. But anyway, Rich Hill comes back. I mean, let's face it. He has, late in his career, completely turned his career around. 41-20 since 2015. And he's expected back in late August or September. That'll be a boost. I just wonder how the Dodgers will use him. Tyler Glasnow, his absence has really hurt the Rays, and maybe that's one of the reasons why the Yankees have been so good. But when he gets back into the rotation, he had a 1.86 ERA in his first 8 outings before his right forearm started acting up. Nathan Eovaldi, Boston Red Sox. There was some talk about him being the closer and all this, but he would help the bullpen. And since everybody needs help in the bullpen, yeah. I mean, the Red Sox, they got the chance, I suppose, for the wild card. But this doesn't seem to be their year. Doesn't seem to be the Pirates' year. They've lost 5 out of 6 since the All-Star break. But they could get Jameson Taillon coming back, and that would be nice. Danny Salazar is another pitcher. Maybe that's what the Indians are thinking when they say, Bauer, should we trade him? Hunter Strickland with the Mariners, who cares? They'll go nowhere. Clint Frazier with the Yankees. Strickland, by the way, relief pitcher of the Mariners. Yeah, relief pitcher of the Mariners. I mean, come on. Actually, I guess that this says fantasy help. Had 2 saves in Japan this year. That's the whole thing right there. All right. Regardless here, let's look at this. Clint Frazier with the Yankees. He was hitting 283 with a respectable 843 OPS in on his first 191 at-bats. But then was sent down to the farm when the Yankees, they've got so many veterans, they spend for so much. Yes, Clint Frazier has to get sent down. Some talk about him being a trade target. I mean, that's the guy that the other teams want. But what would the Yankees want in return? But still, the idea is, look at maybe in September. Maybe that's what gets the Yankees over the top. Maybe look for him in the postseason, Clint Frazier. So, there you go. Those are some players to watch. Certainly in your fantasy baseball, but also during the pennant race, Fred Zinke. And yes, the Indians down a couple of stars. Maybe this is why, they're looking at dealing Bauer. I'll talk a little bit about that. I'm thinking of doing a media watch next. I really am. Because we've got some stuff out here, but I'm trying to, do I have a media watch that can take me through 15 minutes? That's my question right here. You know what could take me through about an hour? It is eating at Asian House, where you'll get a 10% discount just by mentioning my name. Lunch hour is not over there. In fact, you can go, check it out at goasianhouse.com. You'll see what the prices, what the food is. It starts at $5.99 for lunch. Dinner is not that much more, but what you really want to look at is, when we talk about it in the upcoming ad, the Happy Box. Those plentiful appetizers, they include the crab ragoon, the puffs that they have, the egg rolls. I love these. You go to the buffet, you eat them all day long, but you know what? You don't want to fill up on that because you'll be sluggish and you won't be getting nutrition. So what about 20 traditional Chinese meals? Look and see what they are on goasianhouse.com. Plus you get your choice, white and fried rice. I always have the white. I want to be a little bit healthier. I love the taste of fried rice, though, so maybe I don't always have it because I'm giving from experience on what I've had. So I remember going to Disney. I like the Chinese food at Disney if I'm down there. But it's Disney, so it's expensive. And so oftentimes I'll have the fried rice. The only problem there, they put a lot of onions in it. So then it's like, no one wants to be around me. I'm like, where are the breath mints? Where is the gum? Disney doesn't sell gum. Here's some breath mints. How much do they cost? They're $5. Disney knows how to make money. Asian House, however, will not take a lot of money from you. Like I said, lunches begin at $5.99. To get 10% off any order by mentioning my name, Marky Billson. They're at the Shops on West Market, which is between Jonesboro and Johnson City, just a mile down the road towards Jonesboro. From the state of Franklin and West Market Street exit, or intersection, not exit, but intersection, it's 11E US 321, that highway and such. Go there now. Asian House for the best Japanese and Chinese food in the Tri-Cities. I'm Marky Billson. Yes, when we come back, you know what I like to do? I like to make fun of Gabe Kapler. I think I'm going to do that a little bit more. Tri-Cities Sports Now coming back after this. Marky Billson for Asian House, home of the house.